Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. Yes, we are at it again, talking about hydrogen, because we still have many people and unfortunately also politicians that thinks hydrogen for transportation is a good idea. But we are getting so many projects and showcases that just shows how bad hydrogen cars are. And at the same time, we have just seen that the Ukraine forces used a Toyota Mirai to create a hydrogen bomb. If that doesn't show you not to get into these cars, I don't know what will. And I will also show you in this video some uses of the Mirai, showing off why this stupid thing just don't work and why owners sue Toyota, and it is the most expensive thing you can ever buy for your daily commute. And if you're waiting for the small compact hydrogen car, well, you have to wait forever, as it is physically not possible to make them. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. So let's start with the bomb that the Ukraine forces just made out of a Toyota Mirai. Because if you want another reason why we should not build these hydrogen cars, well, the Ukraine forces just showed us why. As they just built a bomb, used a fully loaded hydrogen fuel cell from a wrecked Toyota Mirai in the area, and blew up a plant. Yes, with a hydrogen car you are literally sitting on top of a hydrogen bomb, on one of the most flammable stuff on Earth. It is one of the most flammable gases due to the wide flammability range and low ignition energy. Hydrogen gas has a wide flammability range in air from about 4 to 75% by volume. This means it can ignite and burn over a broad range of concentrations, which is quite significant. Hydrogen also has a very low ignition energy, as I said, meaning it doesn't take much energy to ignite it. This makes it easy to catch fire compared to any other gas. And on top of all of this, the nice big hydrogen fuel cell you are sitting on in the Mirai is pressurized to a crazy 10,000 psi. I can safely say I will never be sitting in a car bomb like that. Toyota can keep all of that to themselves. Of course, the Toyota Mirai has a bunch of safety features, such as a pressure release device to ensure that if there is a leak or an overpressure situation, the hydrogen can be safely vented. But, of course, that gets us to another problem with hydrogen. It is the most leaky gas on the planet as well, so to keep it inside the tank is very difficult. And hydrogen cars does leak a tiny bit of hydrogen, as a fireman in England has shown us. But not enough to be dangerous, but imagine a whole parking lot with thousands of them. I would not want to be living in that building. But the problem with the leaking is actually not the fire danger I'm talking about, but global warming. Because a new study that I have showed before has shown that the global warming effect of leaked hydrogen is nearly 12 times stronger than carbon dioxide. That's right, 12 times. Unlike burning fossil fuel, burning hydrogen emits only water vapor and oxygen. However, when the hydrogen leaks from production or transportation or usage, as it does, it undergoes a chemical reaction that affects other greenhouse gases like methane, ozone, or stratospheric water vapor. This is not stuff you want to leak into our atmosphere. But it never leaks, right? Well, we have already had a couple of incidents where hydrogen stations in the Netherlands was evacuated because of a leak discovered. And as I said, the cars leaks all the time. Because it is the most leaky stuff we have. It even leaks through metals, and that is why we can't use the already installed pipeline for fossil fuel to transport it around. And that is why the tanks in the car, like the Mirais, are made from advanced materials, often carbon fiber wrapped around an inner liner, designed to handle the extreme pressure. Just one of the many reasons why these cars are so expensive to create, and why Mercedes had dropped the idea altogether after 30 years of development. This is very complicated and expensive technology to use, and why we have seen again and again hydrogen projects being canned, like the hydrogen train in Germany that died quickly after wasting millions of dollars on the project. And we all remember the hydrogen bus and fuel station that exploded during refueling, right? So saying that an explosion will never happen, they're very safe. Well, it has already done so, and more than once. And hydrogen buses in Germany got retired after only 1 year of operation after the 2.3 million euros hydrogen station broke down. Yes, even the stations are order of magnitudes more expensive to build than a supercharger station. And we saw Motive close down 2 stations in London, and Shell quietly closed down all their hydrogen stations in the UK. And here in my country of Denmark, we have closed all hydrogen stations in the country, because hydrogen cars will never become a success, because no one wants to buy them, because they are so expensive, and hydrogen is even more expensive. And Toyota has even admitted it themselves that the Mirai that has been out since 2015 has not been a success, and that Elon was right, that it is better to fuel a car with electricity directly, but continues to pursue this stupid technology. It will never work. Also because you can never get a small hydrogen car with 300 miles of range, as engineering explains, also showed us once, as the tanks will take up too much space, as the big container there, including the 2 small buckets on top of it, is what is needed to get a car to drive 300 miles of range. Or you can see all the buckets in the back of the car. And that is even when it is pressurized to 10,000 psi. So if you go with the hydrogen way, we will never have a small car or sports car with long range. It will physically not be possible to do. So we can only make big cars with hydrogen, and we can also see that with the Mirai, just how little space there is in these cars, because it needs all those tanks just to get the same range as a Tesla Model 3.
Issue is the packaging. This is exactly the same size as a BMW 5 Series, but with none of the benefits. This has 3 giant hydrogen tanks. The biggest one lives right under here, and it takes up a third of your front seat space. But if you think that's bad, wait until you see the back seat. The reason it's so tight is because your second largest hydrogen tank is under these rear seats. Your third tank is underneath here, so unlike an EV, you don't get extra space. In an EV, you get a front trunk. In this, you get your fuel cell stack. So yes, this only takes 3 to 5 minutes to fill up, but sometimes this gets so cold that it'll freeze, and you gotta wait 3 to 5 minutes for it to thaw. It also makes 182 horsepower, so it's slow.
But you can fill it up in 5 minutes, right? Well, that is what Toyota wants you to think, and that is if you have a hydrogen station nearby, because some people I know had to drive an hour to get to a hydrogen stations. It just doesn't make sense. So 5 minutes, well, that is the best case scenario at the station. But that is not the average hydrogen car owner's experience. Quite the opposite, and that is why they sued Toyota, and you can also see it here from this little TikTok video.
I bought a Toyota Mirai back in March, and I made a video about it and saying like how much I love the car. I like the car itself, but the dealership I bought it from screwed me over, so now I have to pay for the fuel out of pocket. So let me show you guys how the process works, because it's fucking ridiculous. So I just pulled up to this station to get hydrogen. When I first got here, it said it would be available in 10 minutes. Now it says dispenser unavailable. So now I have to sit and wait until it's available again because it's the cheapest one that I can find. And cheap is $30 per kilogram. My car holds 5 kilograms. So that's about $130. Okay, so I waited for like 10 minutes and now we're back. So we can fill it up. Okay, it's ready to fill. So I grab this and then it clicks onto the car. Like if it would do it. Hello. There we go. Then I press this and now it should start. There's a guy here working on the station saying that it will only give me a partial fill. So we'll see how much that gets me. For now, I just sit and wait for this shit to fill up. Currently at $70. I'm gonna stop it at $90 because I'm not spending over $100 on this right now. So $91 is the total. So $91. This is how much I got in miles. 176 miles.
And this is a common thing. Stations not working. And $91 for 176 miles of range? And all that hassle? Are you kidding me? I can fill up my Tesla Model 3 conveniently overnight while I sleep at home and get about 300 miles of range for about $12. So I pay like 7 to 8 times less but get almost twice the range? Who in their rightful mind would ever choose this option? And the answer is no one. That is why even Toyota is hardly selling any hydrogen car, even after almost a decade in production. Toyota sold 250 Mirais in the first half of 2024 in the US, a year-to-date drop of 80%. And I said drop, not increase. And that is even after the company offered up to $33,000 off the MSRP, combined with a $15,000 fuel card and zero financing for 72 months in the US. So Toyota is almost handing these cars over to customers for a few bucks in the US, and customers still don't want them, because it don't help them if they don't have a hydrogen fueling station anywhere. This will just never work, and customers has already spoken. But that is not stopping BMW. Oh, no. They want in on this gold mine of the hydrogen car and get some of those 250 unit sales that Toyota had. Remember, in 2023, Toyota sold 2,737 units of the Mirai fuel cell car globally. So of course BMW want to get in on that action. This is less than what Tesla sells in a day. And BMW is actually doing very nicely with their BEV sales, so I don't understand why they want to be wasting time and money, as we can see yet again this week as BMW to launch first hydrogen fuel cell car in 2028 as Toyota partnership expands. Oh my god. The two automakers will develop a hydrogen powertrain for passenger and commercial vehicles and expand hydrogen infrastructure, which has been the limiting factor. No shit, Sherlock. Especially as they are closing down hydrogen stations all over the place because they are too expensive to build and keep running. And of course the price of hydrogen and the hydrogen car is also a very big limiting factor, dear BMW. But you might wonder why BMW, one of the only European automakers, are still pushing for this expensive, inefficient and dangerous technology. Well, maybe it's because Oliver Zipse, BMW CEO, is married to Kaori from Japan. So maybe that has something to do with it, who knows? Because this is just stupidity squared. I don't know how much more clear I can say it or show it so that our politician will understand that hydrogen cars will never work. It leaks and is nearly 12 times stronger than carbon dioxide for global warming when it does so. It is literally a hydrogen bomb you're sitting on. The stations rarely work and is very expensive to put up and maintain, and can only store enough hydrogen for about 50 cars before they have to make new on site or get delivery of more. But because it takes up so much space, you don't really transport hydrogen. And that is why like 98% of all hydrogen that is used is made on site. Because as I showed before, if you need the equivalent energy you get from a truck tanker with a gasoline, you have to send 18 tube trailers to a hydrogen station. This just shows you don't transport hydrogen. But Toyota and BMW want to use it for transportation. Can't they see how contradictory that is? And it is very expensive and will always be, because we need green hydrogen that is made from renewables, but because hydrogen is so inefficient, you lose about 2/3 of the energy along the way. So even if hydrogen became as cheap as possible, it will always be at least 3 times more expensive to fill up your hydrogen car than your EV, because hydrogen is so inefficient. It makes no sense, no matter how you look at it. It's a dead man walking, but a dangerous dead man walking that you really don't want to put your entire family into. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice. And if you live in the US, Hong Kong, China, Malaysia, Singapore or Australia, I have got a special deal for you. But this is a limited time only, so hurry up if you want this great exclusive deal that I've got from Moomoo. Who is Moomoo, you might think? Well, Moomoo is one of the best trading platforms on the planet that was founded in Silicon Valley, designed to offer investors easy access to pro-level service and data. In Japan, Moomoo has become the top choice for US stock trading in Japan and is ranked in the top 3 of most downloaded stock trading apps. So if you want the best and easiest and lowest cost trading, Moomoo is the place to go. And right now you will get up to 15 free stocks when you open an account. So that's pretty cool, right? So how does this work? Well, if you sign up and open a broker account via Moomoo, you will get 5 free stocks with the deposit of only $100. Deposit $1,000 and you will get additional 10 stocks for free. So enroll and activate to get 5.1% APY based rating plus 3% APY for 3 months. What's more, Moomoo is one of the lowest cost trading platforms available, and if you live in the US, you will get $0 commission trading. And you will also get access to fractional sharing, so you don't have to invest more than what your wallet allows, as low as $5, so that is pretty awesome. And most important for us Tesla investors, if you buy Tesla stock through Moomoo, you will be able to vote as a shareholder that some people struggle with Elon's compensation packets. So this exclusive offer is only until the end of September, so if you want to make use of it, hurry up and sign up with Moomoo today using my link down below. And go nuts, my friends.